I'm sitting here with just this horrible realization. I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And not only have I taken that time, but I've done the math, and it does not work out. I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF. And at 36, like, I'm sorry, like, you're gonna say, like, you have time. Like, I don't. Because I can't spend another minute of my life trying to make something work when I'm just fighting upstream. I don't have a support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources or the community. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable, and they're just gone now. And my future with those children and my life as a mother is just, it's gone. And it's not just that it's gone, it's the fact that it was decided for me by so many other people and factors. And that's what kills me, because it was not my choice. And I'm angry. And I'm heartbroken.
Like, I could never just be a stay-at-home mom. I agree. Maybe stay-at-home, too far. Stay-at-home wife? Sounds lit. I can't believe I used to truly feel so empowered by being like, I would never let a man support me fully. It took me 2 years in corporate America to be like, yourself. I would love if somebody came in here and just took care of me. I will wash the dishes. I will go to yoga and make my little ass even cuter for you. Baby, let's live like we're in the 50s again. That's what I want. I'm over it. I am over it.
Okay. So guys, I just want to say, like, when I was growing up, I used to look down on women that want to be housewives too, because that's how it's programmed by society. That's how society programs us and the girls to look down upon women that want to be housewives, that want to take care of the house while their husband go make that money and provide for them. It's like it's looked down upon now.
The following is a sad story of a supposedly strong and independent woman. I'm 50 years old with 4 college degrees. I was raised by a feminist mother with no father in the home. My mother told me to get an education to the maximum level so that I can get out in the world and make a lot of money. And that's the path I followed. I make adequate money. I don't make a ton of money, but I did make enough to support my own household. I have cats and dogs, but it's lonely when you see your friends having children, going on vacations, planning the lives of their children, and you don't do anything at night but come home to your cats and dogs. I don't want other women to do what I have done. I was programmed to get into the workforce, compete with men, and make money. Supposedly that would be a fulfilling life, but I was told that by a feminist mother who was divorced, who hated her husband, my father. She tried to steer me on what she thought was the right path, but feminism is a lie. That's what I want women to know. I want to tell women in their 20s, do not follow the path that I followed. You are leading yourself to a life of loneliness while your friends will be getting married and having children, and you're working to compete in the world. And what you're doing is competing with men. Guys, third wave feminism is creating a lot of lonely women. With MGT0W and third wave feminism, there seems to be a lot more lonelier women than before. Why is MGT0W involved, you ask? Well, since you women say you're independent and that you don't need us, men are saying, okay, you're saying you can do without us. Now, good job living without us. We won't interact with you anymore. No more from these women. If you're in danger, you better help yourself or call a female police officer. You want to fix your flat tire? Fix it yourself. These women are just such a delight, aren't they? They have this oh-so-irritating sense of entitlement, like they believe they're worth more than they actually are. It's truly a marvel to witness. I mean, who do they think they are? It's as if they're living in some sort of magical land where they believe they're the most attractive creatures to ever grace this earth. But let's face it, we all know they're just average at best. It's such a shame that we can see right through their little act. You've probably also noticed that women these days seem to have an excessively entitled view of their own value. It really doesn't reflect their full sexual market value because of the constant marriage of demands and expectations that are far beyond what we are truly willing to deliver. This entitlement is a major issue for men. Okay, so here's the thing. This whole entitlement vibe has created a kind of unrealistic checklist for women that we men can never hope to tick off. We're supposed to be like emotional superheroes, always tuned in, always knowing what to say and do, and basically be the ultimate love machines without ever messing up. Like seriously, that's like asking a fish to climb a tree or a cat to do algebra. No wonder so many of us men end up feeling like we're falling short in our relationships with women. The more men go MGTOW, the lonelier women will become, and the more cries we'll hear. Let's have it. If these so-called independent women won't change with their own accord, maybe the cries of their fellow independent women in retirement homes, sitting with their cats, will jumpstart their brains, and they'll see all the nonsense they've been doing ever since the second-wave feminism came to life. You women fought for the right to vote, the right to education, and the wage gap. Now you've got it. What else do you want? You say you're oppressed, but in truth, you're the ones oppressing men. Any action we make can end us in jail. Good action or bad action, none of that matters. All that matters is the women you are interacting with. I mean, you can be a rapist in front of this woman and a hunk in front of another woman. That's just how it is. Anytime I see these independent women crying because they're about to hit the wall with no man and kids, I just laugh at them. Initially, during the rise of feminism, women were encouraged to honor their femininity and embrace the roles that were assigned to them by God. It is very obvious that everything turned left somewhere in the middle. The assertion is that although women profess to seek equality with men, their actual desire is to surpass them. Nevertheless, it is a widely accepted belief that men hold the position of leadership as per God's design, regardless of women's preferences. Men and women were created to be complementary opposites, not identical. I have observed a pair of quails, a male and female, frequently crossing my property every other day for the past few months. They seem to be a committed couple and have now successfully reproduced. As I noticed, they recently gave birth to a brood of small offspring. It's quite remarkable to witness this cycle of life unfold right in my own backyard. It appears that the quail family has now started to cross my property, with the male following behind while a female leads the way with their small offspring in between them. Despite being the leader, the male quail plays a crucial role in his family dynamic, and there are valuable lessons to be learned from his behavior. The male quail isn't all about dominance. He's got his own style of leadership. He's like a warrior guardian, protecting his family from any danger and keeping a watchful eye from behind. It's wild how even animals know their roles, man. But hey, let's talk about us humans, supposedly the smartest creatures on this planet. Right? But sometimes we're the dumbest too. Like, why is it so hard for us to figure out our responsibilities? You women need to change your ways for your own good. I don't think you women will even listen. Chivalry is dead anyway, and it will only get worse.